Hi everyone, it's Cherie from Paper Pieces and Leftovers, and today we're going to put the gingerbread together from MarjorieAnnDesigns.com. It is the file Autumn Sweets, Ginger number 3. I did import him into Cricut Design Space with a width of 7.75. It auto-adjusted the height. So what you're going to want to do is get your noses ready after you get it cut out. Those are the colors I used. All AC is American Crafts, the little keys above. I used white, caramel, and truffle as my 3 colors of cardstock for the little boy. So the reason I say get the nose ready is because we're going to put our glossy accents and our glitter on it before we do anything else. And I did number the way that I went and put him together, because everybody says that they prefer numbers. It's a lot easier than hearing or watching. So I will put that on here shortly, and you just have to get ready to screenshot it. I got another order for an extra set of gingers, and I wanted to show you how I turned 2 stickers into 1. I split them in half, and I just used glossy accents around the same part that was on the top piece, because your bottom piece actually just has the little foam on it. So you can cheat like I did. You can either pop it up on foam to put it on what you want to, or not on foam like I did, so it's more flat. But all I did was put glossy accents and sprinkle my glitter into the glossy accents as I was adding it. That way the noses were sparkly. I got the glitter, as I said in the last video, from Amazon? Yes, Amazon. And this thing, I'm so enamored by it. I don't know why. It's 3D printed and I just absolutely love it. But I was saying that even the glitter fits in that, ironically. But go ahead and get ready to screenshot now. Here is the order that I used. I hope this helps you guys. So the number 1 is the base of the body. You're always going to start with the base when there's one provided with the file. And you're going to build him up. And I know it's easier said than done, so let's do it together. Every time I start recording, I say I'm not going to fast forward it and put it 2 times speed or 1 times 5 or make any changes to it, so my hand gestures never match my voiceover, and it's just because sometimes it takes way longer. And I'm like, that's 25 minutes too long. Let's shorten that. So Versa Magic in the color Sea Breeze is what I go around most of my white pieces with. Not always. Sometimes I use a gray, sometimes I use chalk. But for this, I went around it. I wanted a more blue effect. That way it stood out a little bit. The left leg is going to be piece number 2, if you look at your little diagram I did. And then piece 3 will be the right leg. I will continue changing my YouTube video titles just to prevent any confusion for when you guys are searching them, also to find one that I did, because if they're all labeled the same, you're not going to know which goes to what, and I'm not either. And I don't want to make anybody have to scroll through 100+ videos for almost 3 years of posting. So we'll go ahead and make this one. I have to go in and edit the other one because it says number 3. He's actually number 3 and the girl is number 2. I'll fix that when I upload this. So that foot is going to be number 4 on the left foot. Make sure you put the icing on the foot before you put the right foot on. The left foot is a tad bit smaller than the right foot, so look at it, because when I did the first set, I actually had them backwards, and I couldn't figure out why I could see so much of the base from behind the foot, and it was because I had them the wrong way, and it does make a big difference. So after you get your left foot and icing on, which are numbers 4 and 5, you will do the right foot, which is number 6, and the right foot icing, which is number 7. Then we'll move on to the body, and it's up to you if you want to put number 9, which is the overalls, on top of the body, which is number 8, before you glue the body down. But I glued the body and then the overall base down. So the body's going to be number 8, and your overall base will be number 9. Your 2 overall straps, it doesn't matter which one is which, 10 and 11, and it doesn't matter which one gets glued on first, as long as they go on before the head does. If you catch yourself gluing the head on first without putting the overall straps on, just take your tweezers and kind of lift up the head just a tad to slide them in. So the other thing is, if you're new to scrapbooking, I recommend Beacon's 3-in-1. I get it from Joann's. I still use it because it gives you a lot of wiggle room and it takes a while to dry, so you can move your pieces all around and lift them back off. And the reason I say Joann's is because I use my 40% off coupon to get it. If you've been scrapbooking and you're completely comfortable, as you know, I've been saying for years now, art glitter glue dries instantly. Barely art, you have a little bit more time to move your piece, but not much. So be very for sure when you put your pieces down. I went around the dark brown, which is truffle, with Catherine Pooler's Over Coffee. And as I said in my other video, the caramel color cardstock, which is the gingerbread boy. I always use Sandcastle by Catherine Pooler on that, whether it's Hare, Franklin, it doesn't matter. That's my go-to color. And for white, it really depends because I like Versa Magic. I use Sea Breeze. I also use a pink one because I like the chalky effect. But then again, I'll also use Tim Holtz Distress Inks, the oxide, because they give that chalky feel as well. And the piece really depends on if I'm going to use a dark color or light color. Now, after you get his head on, do the eyes and the mouth first because you're going to want to know where to put your icing. And what I did is I laid the big, large icing down and his eyebrows, and then I placed my eyes and traced them where they would fit. That's why they're fitting so easily right now, is because I already measured the eyes a little bit above the mouth, gave myself room for the nose, which is drying for both of us, hopefully. And that allowed me to throw his eyebrows and that icing on the top. And let me know if the numbers help you guys or if they're more confusing. Or what I can do is on my post on my YouTube or on my Facebook for the YouTube video, I can just put the numbers in the comments. That way, if you do want it, you can go get it from there and save it or screenshot it. Or if it doesn't bother you, just let me know. I don't want to confuse more people, and I'm just trying to help the ones that have been asking for numbers. I know that it would take Marjorie Ann forever to go in and number everything, and there's no way with over 7,000 files she would ever have time. And she doesn't want to start doing it now just because all the older files won't be numbered. And that's going to be more confusing. So I can try to pinch hit in the middle and help the best I can. So all of your pieces, the arms are always going to go on last because that's what you're going to position. Sometimes, like the little girl, they're going to be in front of her, and him, they're going to be behind because he's holding my second makeshift donut. When I didn't do the voiceover, I actually explained it a lot better. So the donut comes in a set of 4, which I showed in the last video. Before I explain that, I'm hiding the seam. You can see it a little bit. I don't want to see that poking out from the bottom, so I just covered it up like makeup and my face. Just kidding. So back to the sticker. It comes in a set of 4, and the donut went perfect with the coffee. I didn't use the little malt cup that he had, and I pulled them apart, took out the foam ring because they come apart very easy, and I just glazed the same little area that was glazed on the original one, and it's drying. So now I have 2 donuts for the price of 1 because I didn't want to wait to get the second set shipped to me, as one of my customers ordered this set after she saw it and asked if it was available, and it was already gone. So here, in the beginning, you'll see like a 2 and a 3 and a white chalk pencil on my bases. I numbered the gingers and the back of the noses to correlate to each ginger, so I knew which nose went to who, so I could glaze them all at the same time. That way they were done as even as possible. I'm not gluing it down. It's just got my Cosmic Shimmer Flake and Glitter Glue, which I've gone over in a bunch of videos. It is the best thing to allow you to place something. You let it go from a white pearlescent color to a clear color, and then it becomes repositional. But it allows me to trace my eyes and hold my nose in place. And here I was just talking about something I was watching on YouTube. I've been really into the folios lately, but I had no help from the lady I found. I'm like, she's going through it, but it's so quiet the whole video, and she didn't give me any sizes. So I did one, and if you go way back on my Facebook, probably 2 years ago, I show it. And even on my YouTube, I think I did it. And I want to make it, but I want it sturdier, and I want to make more of them, but and share with you guys, but I want to get it down pat a little more. And yeah, no, it wasn't working for me. So maybe it's not meant to be. And then I was talking about he didn't have a hand. Well, that's because he's holding something and his arm goes over it. And I stole the hand from the little girl. I just have to cut another one out and ink it. It's no big deal because they're the same size. The 2-inch wide head rule that I've used for years, I'm starting to veer away from it just because now that other people are doing it and they're not explaining why, it's just not going to work. So I'm going to go by how tall my people are. He's almost 4 inches. She's a little over 4 inches, which works great for a 12 by 12 layout. It's not overpowering, but it's also a perfect size for my card makers and a gift card envelope holder, which Treasure Box Designs has tons of them. I actually have a few in the works for videos. And if you need anything else, if anything else will help you with your paper piecing, let me know. And like I said, if it's more confusing, let me know. I'm trying to find the median for everybody because scrapbooking is so rewarding with the finished product. I want more people to do it. But thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care.